But the thing is, we do have more influence. I mean, in a lot of ways, like what happens to us, we don't have control over, but we do have control over how we react and also be proactive. And just basic things. Like I've noticed recently a lot of my clients are going through insomnia. And, but see, it was like, for instance, I had a client that is talking about all these fears have come out and just not happy in a relationship and doesn't know what to do and feels this pressure to make a decision about leaving her husband or not. And I just looked at her, I'm like, have you slept? And she's like, well, I haven't slept for like 2 months. I'm like, what? 2 months? Like, wow. I've only had 3 hours of sleep. I'm like, right now, all these feelings are totally irrational. First thing you got to do is you got to sleep. Okay, I can't even talk to you, and that's the thing people forget, like, oh, that really affects me. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you don't sleep, actually, it can get you almost into like a drug-like state where you are kind of in a lucid place and you're not connecting, you're not functioning, your brain isn't functioning the way that it should because it needs that shutdown period. And so sleep is so important. And
we hallucinate during sleep.
Yeah.
So then people start hallucinating outside. I remember one time I had a surgery and the doctor didn't give me any sleeping pills. And I was awake for like 3 days, and
you can go stir crazy.
Yeah, I think I kind of freaked out my father because I was having a conversation with someone that wasn't there at that time. I was like, "Oh, meet my friend." Well, why don't you say hi to her? He's like, "Okay, you need to go to sleep." And I mean, but that stuff can happen, and even the environment. So people don't realize, like, even the temperature in a room can affect sleep. If it's too hot, I can't. I get hot a lot, so.
Yeah.
It affects me. Like my dogs, they sleep with me. And it's like my dog used to love to go and just sleep on one of my legs. And so like it gets so hot like a furnace, I'm like, okay. And he wouldn't move, and it's like one of those, I have Dachshund Spaniels, so it takes, they take over the whole bed. Like they sleep, what is it, vertically?
Yeah.
No, the other way, horizontally. And I'm like all the way at the edge or something. I've fallen over. And, but like heat and just even color.
Well, yeah, I think that, it's so important. I think, we focus on so many aspects of our busy lives, but it's really important to really take a look at our surroundings and our energy and our mood to really create safe sanctuaries for ourselves, to balance our energy, because I think that's so important. I think that's a lot of self-care, is taking that time to make special places, or even in your head creating a special place in your mind where you can kind of envision, a lot with anxiety that helps, envisioning a sanctuary, a sacred place that really helps with anxiety.
Well, we were talking about, like, even as therapists, to create an environment for the clients is extremely important, because, like, even the way we dress. If I were to dress up in a suit and see my clients, that's not very warm and friendly. But then, wearing, jeans and Birkenstock may be too friendly, and it's kind of like
a balance.
A balance. And I've noticed, like, in my offices, they are slightly messy, The reason is, if everything is extremely organized, person doesn't feel as cozy. Yeah. So, like, and then having, like, cloth, yeah, I mean, that's what I've noticed, that you come in and, because, before I used to actually have my office in my home. And what's interesting is that I thought, like, having my own offices, clients would enjoy more. They actually like the home more.